Alright, winter is here, it's dark and cold, but that doesn't mean you have to compromise on your style. In fact, winter is one of the most stylish seasons according to many people. And I've been picking up a few cold weather pieces that I want to show to you in today's video, as well as a few old favourites. I'll go through each piece in detail and show you what they look like on body. I'll also leave links to everything I talk about down in the description box below, in case you want to try them out for yourself. Before we get into it, I wore a lot of the pieces in today's video when I went to Denmark recently. And oh my goodness, Denmark is way colder than the UK in winter. But something that had me even more concerned was at the end of the day when I wanted to go back to the hotel and chill, some of our Netflix shows weren't available because we were in a different country. And that's where today's video sponsor Surfshark really came in clutch. Surfshark is a VPN app that you can install on your phone or tablet or as an extension on your web browser. And it will allow you to change your perceived location. In this case, even though I was in Denmark, I was able to change my location back to the UK, which restored everything I was watching on Netflix. Additionally, Surfshark adds an extra layer of protection between the hotel Wi-Fi we were using and our devices by encrypting all of that data. So we could sleep extra well at night knowing that all our passwords and data were safe. And by the way, you can use Surfshark on an unlimited amount of devices with just one account. So we were free to switch between phone, tablet and laptop as much as we liked. Surfshark has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so it's definitely worth giving it a go because there's nothing to lose. Go to surfshark.com/lung or just scan the QR code on screen now so they know I sent you and you'll receive an extra 4 months for free. Now let's get back into the winter pickups. Now last week I did a video on the best pieces from Uniqlo's winter collection, and a bunch of my winter favourites are in that video, but there's one specific piece I wanted to highlight again today. And it's the Uniqlo Souffle yarn quarterzip, which I have in size small. I have two of these. I picked up the grey one last year and now I have it in green as well. This thing has already helped me through some of the cold snaps of weather we've had in the UK. It's incredibly soft and cozy and really does keep in the heat, all while looking good and being very fairly priced in my opinion. Plus, quarterzips are super on trend if that's something that appeals to you. It looks great on its own, but I particularly like it layered underneath a coat or jacket. Speaking of which, let's get on to some outerwear. You may have seen this piece on my channel before, but I've slightly changed it this year. It's the Barbour Spey jacket. I used to have this in the rustic colour, but decided to switch it up for olive, simply because it's way more classic. I also decided to go up a size. I previously had it in small, but this one is in medium. Reason for that is because I wanted that extra bit of room underneath to layer if needed, and in that respect it has made a huge difference. However, the jacket still has that cropped length and beautiful overall shape. The Spey is a really old Barbour model that was brought back by popular demand in recent years. The shorter length makes it great for casual wear, and the waxed cotton is water resistant and is a nice natural alternative if you want to avoid Gore-Tex. I'd also say this is one of my most complimented pieces this winter. People are just very drawn to that classic Barbour look. Speaking of compliments, I know a lot of people are going to hate on me for this, but I went full on basic and picked up the Arc'teryx bird head toque. Some people advised me against it because it is a bit overdone now, and I do agree, it would be kind of cringe if someone turned up in the same hat, but that hasn't happened yet thankfully. To be honest though, I'm not regretting the purchase at all. I've worn it every single day. It's actually super warm and made of 50% wool, which surprised me. I love the design, it's kind of edgy, but I still managed to pair it with some of my more classic pieces. And like I said at the beginning, I get so many compliments when I wear it. That's not the reason I got it, but it is a nice side effect. You just have to be careful of fakes. There's so many replicas of this on eBay. The safest bet is to go to a trusted retailer. You might have seen this one in my autumn outfits video, and no surprise it's carrying over into the winter one, the Indera waffle knit. It's an obvious choice from a warmth point of view. The waffle knit design traps heat, and it's designed to be worn underneath your other clothes, so it's a bit more form-fitting, which also gives you that sensation of warmth. I got it in a size small by the way. I also love the look of this on its own as well though, and especially layered underneath a short sleeve tee. The waffle knit pattern and off-white colour just gives that extra bit of texture, and I also love that it's 100% cotton, which you don't find very often with thermals. Plus, it's extremely affordable. I got mine off Amazon for about £10. Alright, this next one was actually a Black Friday pickup and isn't strictly a winter piece, but you better believe I'm gonna make it work. The Our Legacy mini leather jacket. I've had this in my wish list for almost 2 years now, constantly checking the price every time there was a sale, but because it's from their core collection, it's just never budged much. And then out of nowhere, a brand new one pops up on eBay for £600, plus an extra 20% off for Black Friday. These retail for like £1.5 by the way. This was still a lot of money, but I couldn't pass it up. It was in my size, which is 46 by the way, and it fits me like a glove. If you wanted to layer underneath, then definitely size up on this, but that was never my intention. I always wanted this as a fairly form-fitting jacket with just a t-shirt underneath, which is why I say it's not really suitable for winter. The leather is beautiful. It's Italian vegetable tanned cow leather, super thick and heavyweight, and has that classic leather smell. I love the almost shiny, reflective look it has, which makes up a lot of the appeal of the jacket for me. A stunning piece that I'm going to wear for many years to come. Okay, this next one is a true piece of winter outerwear. This vintage Burberry Balmacaan. I picked this one up last winter for a bit of a steal. It's made of thick, heavyweight wool with that classic herringbone pattern in a kind of khaki brown colour. On paper, the size is ridiculous, being a 54 long, but as a winter piece with layers underneath, it's perfect. The raglan sleeve of the Balmacaan is very forgiving when going for that relaxed look, because it sits so naturally over the shoulders. And I would always go for this over the more structured and pointy shoulder overcoat cut. With overcoats, I would always look secondhand, because they can be extremely expensive to purchase brand new, but don't seem to hold their value on the secondhand market for some reason. I'm super happy with this, and it's another one that gets loads of compliments. Okay, one of my newest accessories next. These gloves from Sullivan Glove Co. I showed these off a few weeks ago, but just to recap, Sullivan have been making leather gloves since World War II, and these are their American deerskin anniversary gloves in the black and brown colour, which looks great. Deerskin is really soft and molds nicely around the hand. There's also an inner lining for extra warmth and comfort. I think these are extremely good value. I swear if they had an Aimé Leon Dore logo on them, they'd be 5 times the price. So if you like the look of these, get yourself a bargain before they realise. Old favourite of the channel next, the Bleu de Chauffe rib knit Fisherman jumper. I've had this for a number of years and have yet to find anything that comes close to its incredible quality. It's the ultimate Fisherman jumper. If you're in the market for one, then this is the one to go for if you can. It's made of heavyweight marine grade cotton, it's got a super chunky collar and rib knit, and the deep rich navy colour is stunning. Although it does come in a few other colours as well, which look just as good. I went for a size small. It's quite form-fitting, as it should be, if you want a true-to-history Fisherman jumper. But if you want something with a bit more of a modern, oversized, boxy fit, then I'd look somewhere like Destructive, as they do a nice version of that. But for the classic, timeless look, Bleu de Chauffe is the way to go. For pants, other than the usual trousers and jeans that I've been wearing, in winter I always get the Uniqlo Heattech pants out. They're quite simply the warmest and coziest trousers I have, which also look good as well. They have that sort of cargo utility look, which works well in the winter. It's a straight leg cut, not too slim, not too baggy. I went for size small. The inside has a fleece Heattech lining which absolutely keeps the heat in, but also just feels comfortable to wear, especially if you're putting them on first thing on a cold wintry morning. But as I said, they can quite easily be worn with your everyday outfits, because the design isn't obnoxious and too out there. They're low-key, affordable, and practical. So there's some of my favourite pieces for this winter. I'd love to know your thoughts on these and also what you'll be wearing. Do let us know down in the comments below. But anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.